and gentlemen, boys and berries, here we are, MagicBrad, the man, the myth, the legend. That's me in my own mind. And guess who I've got today online? Her name is Cindy Lee. I connected with her with the product that we both love and adore and promote, and then found out she's into travel and stuff. And she's a bucket list coach. You know what a bucket list is? That you're supposed to do all that stuff before you kick the bucket. So I'm going to go into the green room. She's back there nibbling at some of those hors d'oeuvres we got back there, the digital locale hors d'oeuvres. Where is Cindy Lee?
Hello.
Hi.
Aloha.
Oh, you're adorning a hat.
Yes.
Apropos. So how in the world, I got to ask you, where do you get all the energy?
Well, actually, my accountability partner calls me the Energizer Bunny. She even made me a card that has Energizer Bunny.
I see you out on the beach and stuff and interviewing all these restaurant people and the people, the surf city stuff. And you got this national bucket list designated day.
Yes.
There's actually a day designated to bucket list stuff. Tell me more about that. I understand the whole idea of locking in a day that's your day, and it's a national day.
Yes.
What does that mean? Okay, so every year comes along, it's bucket list day. What am I supposed to do?
Well, I actually have a list. If you go to nationalbucketlistday.com, you can see the article from National Day at the National Day calendar. And I actually even have my National Day earrings. So you can get the swag there. You can get calendars. So they have the full calendars. There's also desk calendars, all kinds of different things based on the National Day. So some of the bucket list types are like something that's on your fun bucket list. Like go ahead and find something fun in your city. You don't have to spend a couple $1,000s for a vacation. You could go, let's say here in Southern California, you could go on a dolphin and whale excursion, or you could take a painting class, like a paint and wine class. Then we have your fear bucket list. Yeah, go skydiving, right behind me. Go surfing.
Oh.
Write a book. I mean, that's a good business bucket list.
Okay,
go to the Tony Robbins seminar. There's so many different areas of the bucket list.
So that's what this is. You got this list, this bucket list, whether it's written down that you want to do it someday or it's something in your head. This is one of these things where you don't kick the bucket down the road. This is the day you do it. You're going to jump out of a plane. I've always wanted to do that.
Yes.
I haven't, or if you wanted to go on a hot air balloon ride, I've always wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done that?
No, that's probably the one thing that I won't do. I mean, there's so many different areas, and it's not just around travel. Maybe some kind of food that you always wanted to try, or if you like cars, do a car bucket list of different car shows in the area. For instance, Brad has a business event that he does.
I do.
So that would be a good bucket list for you to meet other business owners. There's the career bucket list. Are you doing what you want? Do you wake up every single morning loving what you do? Pay it forward bucket list. Pay it forward to a local nonprofit. Like out here, I do, beach cleanups, and we do different events to help nonprofits raise money. I actually do a pay it forward cruise program. So if you're a nonprofit, I actually will do a cruise for you, and then we'll put money back into your nonprofit. And of course, health. Do something that's going to make you healthy. Start eating better. Surround yourself by the right people. And then you can do a National Day bucket list based on a national day. Like you were talking about earlier, it was National Bacon Day, and I promoted a local restaurant on 3 other bacon dishes. So those are just some ideas there.
Okay. So this day that you got, this is when you're supposed to pull a trigger and do the stuff you've been talking about.
Definitely.
So it's like basically the day before you die, right?
Right. Well, because a lot of people will say, Cindy, I really can't take a vacation right now. I have to wait till I retire. But hate to say it, but we do not know when our last day is going to be. We could walk out and slip over the pavement and then hit our head, and then that's it. I mean, we just don't know when our last day is going to be. So it's so important to live your day every single day.
Here's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that is Lee Love. She's with the Surf City Splash. I actually help her gather items for our local event. It's like a polar plunge that's been happening for 23 years. And we have silent auction, or we have a live auction, raffle, and a couple hundred people run into the ocean. So it's pretty.
She wants to go on a hot air balloon. I think the cool thing about the hot air balloon, from what I understand, is you're moving at the same speed of the air, so it's really quiet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to experience it. That'd be kind of cool.
So, what are some of the things on your bucket list?
That's one of them. I also would like to take my wife to Bali. I've been to Bali twice.
Oh, yeah, good surfing there.
Up on the north, I forgot the Lovina, I think, is the surf town in Bali.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of them. And other than that, I really don't have much stuff that I want to do. I enjoy just hanging out. That's my thing. So I'm not a good thing for the bucket list for that, because I really don't have any big dreams. Maybe I need to take one of your courses or something and figure that out. Right.
Well, let's talk about our business bucket list as we both became podcasters. I mean, how lucrative has that been for our business? Let's talk about that with our audience.
For me, it hasn't been financially so, but I've met a lot of people through it. For a while, what I was doing with mine was I was doing 5 different areas of life. It was for lifestyle: career, finance, relationships, spirituality, and wellness. So I get to interview people from like the smoking whisperer, the cigarette whisperer. He gets people to quit smoking, or people that believe in like extraterrestrial beings, or like real estate investors, or like psychics. I've met a lot of really unique people and doing the thing.
And I'm going to do a plug for our friend Bo. Yeah, because he does a podcast with you every Thursday, right? Are you still?
We don't do it any longer, actually. We discontinued it, but we did it for a year and a half, I think, and it was nice. It started out as about appreciation. Then we started more getting into teaching or sharing why postcards and gifts are important to build relationships with your business relationships, so you can become memorable.
Yeah.
So I've got whenever I do these podcast videos, they're up on YouTube, so the longevity is there, and you end up seeing this stuff later. So,
well, that's kind of good that we're talking about this, because I'm about to publish a book. It's called Growing Your Business Through Referrals and National Days, and I talk about the different tasks, to grow your business. Just like how do you behave on Zoom when you go to a networking event? Have it be about that person instead of you. Be the connector. And then I fine tooth comb the whole 1,500 days of National Day calendar, and I just kind of shrink it down in one little chapter. So I pick 5 or 6 days per month, and I talk about how you could either send someone a gift and be top of mind, or how you could pay it forward to a local business. So that's something that's going to be hitting the shelves here pretty soon.
Do you basically have 365 unique days that you can talk about any given day?
I don't talk about the national days every day. I only so in the book, it's going to show a few days of each month. And also I talk about the national weeks and months, but then I have a blog that has my full list. So I only pick like certain days and months and weeks throughout the year. I don't pick every single one, but just ones that I think that you should implement in your life.
I might have to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do a national day. It was a Minnesota Magic Festival.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do a magic festival, sort of like a fringe festival of magic here in Minneapolis.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to maybe do it for like a week long in June, maybe even the whole month of. So that you accomplished it. That was what I was looking to do, and I didn't know what to do. Do you talk to your mayor, governor, or you went national? So you wants to talk.
Well, National Day calendar is. There's a lot of calendars that say this is National Day, this and that, but the legitimate one is through nationaldaycalendar.com, and I actually have a video on Bucket List Coach Web Show that actually talks about how you get your National Day.
Aha.
So it talks about that, and also how you can become an ambassador. You can become an ambassador with them as well.
If you happen to remember, send that to them. Look at this, giving you some props.
Haley.
National Bucket List Day. Hashtag that, folks. Hashtag National Bucket List Day.
So you want to talk about the cruise that's coming up in April?
I do want to hear about the cruise. Where? Where do we launch from?
So this is our inaugural cruise for National Bucket List Day. It's always going to happen at the end of April. There may be at some point, maybe I could change it into later in the summer. But April 24th is amazing because there's only one other national day, and that is National Pigs in a Blanket Day. So let's go through the cruise. So it's the 22nd through the 29th of April, 2023, leaving from Long Beach. And then we have 2 days at sea at the beginning of the cruise. And then we have a Port of Vallarta, Mazatlan, Cabo, and then we have another day at sea, and then we come back on the 29th. But let me talk about what we're doing. So the 24th, we'll be at sea for National Bucket List Day. So we're just going to do a whole bunch of fun activities, and we're actually going to dress like pirates for that evening. And then the 25th, we will be in Port of Vallarta. So another national day or month that we're celebrating is National Volunteer Month. So we're actually volunteering at the Casa Hugo Orphanage in Port Vallarta. We're doing all kinds of other foodie type stuff as well, but that's kind of standing out because it's National Volunteer Month. The 26th, we're in Mazatlan, so it's just going to be chilling at the Joe's Oyster Bar. It's a really nice little beach club there in Mazatlan. The 27th is National Guitar Month, so that's when we're going to be hanging out over the tequila bar. The home of the Pink Taco is Sancho's, which is down in the marina. And of course, celebrating Guitar Month over at Sammy Hagar's Cabo Wabo. And then when we get back to the ship, it is Prime Rib Day. So we're going to enjoy prime rib there at the main dining room. The 28th is International Pay It Forward Day. So for this day, we're going to buy someone swag like a t-shirt or a hat in the swag shop, or we'll buy them a drink. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. And next year, we're going to be in New Orleans. So if you are not a person who likes cruises, you could just join us for a 3-day trip in New Orleans. If you want to join us, then you could hop on the cruise after. And then the following year, I turned 60 years old, and we are going on a Virgin Voyage cruise. And then the year after, in 2026, we're doing grape stomping and a trip to France. So that's what I have for the next couple of years.
Well, you got your bucket list full. Your bucket is full.
Yes.
That's this thing right here, right? There it is.
Mm-hmm.
April 24th. How do you fit all this into your head?
Well, I've been working on a bucket list for quite a while, and how I got involved in this, and for most of my life, actually, I've wanted to travel certain places. And my parents, they took us to, different parks and camping and Disneyland and stuff like that, but I didn't get to go on a cruise or anything. So as I got older, I started cruising. I joined a travel club. And in 2018, I actually became a part of an agency. And I like that because I get to dictate how I want to get paid. I get to dictate how I want to travel. And it's been really lucrative. And I actually have a lot of friends who travel, who join my agency, but not to be a full-time agent, but just to benefit for if they're having a convention, a family trip, personal trip, whatever. And they still get the benefits of a travel agent, but they don't have to work a full-time travel agent job. So it's been pretty amazing.
There's another friend of yours, Karen.
Yes, my accountability partner, Karen McLemore. She actually just had a trip to Arizona and also to Las Vegas, where we booked a whole bunch of different excursions. Also the museums there. We've got some really great museums in Las Vegas. I don't know if you know, we have the Neon Museum, and there's also the, what is it called? Oh, I can't even think. I'm totally drawing a blank right now.
That's okay.
But, yeah, the Mob Museum. The Mob Museum.
So Karen is your accountability partner. So I don't know if she's the one that's motivating you or if you're just pulling her behind you.
Right.
Oh, she's complimenting you on the trip too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how old you are, if you're 18 or you're 68, go out there and live your life, because there's the day that we're born and the day that we pass away. What's in between that? That's your dash. So live your dash, and you can live your dash every single day by making a difference in others' lives as well. It's not just about travel.
I saw that.
To, make a difference in others' lives.
Yeah, I saw that some like on your website or one of your posts or something about like do the dash kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It makes total sense, on that note a little bit. I had a minor stroke, one of those transient ischemic attacks when I was doing my expo business full time. And it got
Oh, yeah, it's very stressful.
I had one of those things where I had a handful of business cards and it felt like someone did this to me. And I turned around and I looked on the ground and the cards on the ground. And I thought, what the hell just happened here? And I had a mild stroke. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to die in this office. So I went in on Monday. I told my business partner I quit. I'm not going to do this. Because that was that dash right there. It could have ended, or I could have been drooling out of a wheelchair or something.
Yeah.
So live in the moment, right?
Yes, and I'm going to do a plug to my excursion website, and it's called Viatar. I don't know if you're familiar with Viatar. And Viatar is one of the largest excursion companies, and we actually partnered with TripAdvisor. So it's bucketlistcoachtraveltours.com. And we don't want to hear any excuses that you can't take a vacation. You could take a daycation, for under $200, or you could go on a dolphin excursion out here in Southern California for $30, $40. I mean, it's these little experiences that are going to mean the most to you.
What's the thing again? Bucket list?
Bucketlistcoachtraveltours.com. And you could just type in whatever city you want to go to. You could put Minneapolis and see what pops up.
Tell me if this is right.
Bucketlistcoachtraveltours.com. There you go.
There, now people can see it. And they can freeze the video right here, capture it, write it down because it's a long one. Bucket, list, coach, travel, tours. You got domains in the paragraph.
Well, it says what it is, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Might as well spell it out instead of something weird like MagicBrad. Nobody knows what that is.
That's easy. Well, you know what happens April 1st? You want to come back on my podcast to do the April Fools?
Of course.
I have my friend Stephanie. She asked me the other day if I'm going to do that again. I think I've been doing it 3 years now. So
I can commit to it and I don't have to show up.
Yeah. So what are you going to do for National Humor Month?
Well, I'll tell you one of the jokes that I did when I used to travel to Jamaica every year.
Oh, and which part?
Basically, we started in Montego Bay, and then we did Ocho Rios, and then we decided to do Montego Bay and Ocho Rios, and then we started just doing Ochi. But I produced this trade show, and I had some extra space once. So what I did is I took the pipe and drape people's crate they had, and I stuck it in the booth, and I put a bunch of chains around it, and I made a sign for it that said, "This is the crate that MagicBrad is going to be chained up in and thrown into the Caribbean Sea."
Yeah.
And I'm doing it on April 1st. And that was like a joke. And then what I did when I came back from Jamaica, I did a press release that basically said that that MagicBrad was thrown into the Caribbean Sea, and unfortunately, he didn't make it.
Oh boy!
And it was a joke. But the big joke was I sent this out and nobody even cared. They didn't reply.
Really? Wow.
Oh well.
I've had really good results though from using social media and using my podcast, and because a lot of it is the fortune is in the follow up.
Yeah, you just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. Well, it's not just know, like, trust. It's know, like, trust, and remember. Like in my book, I actually have a whole chapter, and it's called The Value of Remember. So what are you doing with your clients, family, and friends, and prospects that you're top of mind and you're being remembered? So you don't want to be sending out gifts every time that is about closing the sale. You're going to do a birthday, a half birthday, business birthday is a really good one, because a lot of people don't take the time to remember somebody else's business birthday, and that's going to really add a lot of value to who you are.
You have to stay top of mind with people, and like I said, remembered. I've always said that know, like, trust, and respect, but I like that remembered one even better. And I remember a couple of years ago, it was the holiday season. I didn't know what to do on my postcard. So what I did was I made a little red dot and put it on the white postcard. And then the caption just said, "Rudolph in a snowstorm."
I wonder if I got one of those. I know I've had a few postcards from you. Yeah.
I don't know. But sometimes your creativity isn't there. So you just kind of do what you can do,
Yeah. Wow. So what else you want to cover today about bucket listing?
Well, we've gone for 20 minutes. I try and keep these consumable. I don't
Okay.
do it too
Yeah.
long, but that's the main thing right there is we got this, and this goes to where? What is this for?
And that's my digital business card. So if you go there, you could actually see testimonies from
Okay,
people who use my services and a lot of fun videos from my YouTube page.
the whole travel thing, and this is
Mhm.
the to do the travel.
Yes.
Fill
Giving you
that bucket
ideas and
list full of
marking it
trips,
off.
and if you want to make it easy, have Cindy book the trips for you. Dun, dun.
Yeah. Or join us and you can book it yourself and you get paid.
You got a solution to everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, Cindy, I appreciate you coming sharing all this stuff with us, and you got to keep me posted on all these things going on. Sometimes I just can't keep up with you. This internet superhighway, and you're like on the autobahn.
Right. Well, I actually want to connect you to one of my travel agents who has an amazing cruise coming up in Seattle. So if any of your friends have ever wanted to mark off your Seattle bucket list, I told her that, yeah, my mission is to help her get on other podcasts. So after the show, I'll give you her information so you
I'm
can
looking
connect
for
with
more
her.
people. And within this podcast, we also have in the green room, we've got digital low calorie hors d'oeuvres in the green
Yeah.
room.
Charcuterie board.
Oh, big time. It's catered by a very well known caterer up here in where am I? Minneapolis, Minnesota. Low cal snowballs. Okay, Cindy Lee.
All right. Thank
Thank you
you.
again for taking the time. Peace, love, and happiness.
All right.
There you got it, my friend Cindy Lee. She's always got so much energy. I don't know. I right now I'm faking it because I'm kind of sleepy. I could probably take a nap. But she makes things happen. If you ever find her on social media, you just go Google bucket list Cindy Lee and see what comes up. That'd be fun. Okie dokie, that's all I got for you. So I'm signing off. Peace, love, and happiness. That's the rest of the day. Enjoy. Be nice. Be kind. Did I say be nice? Be nice.